Have you ever noticed how certain projects seem to find you? The struggling initiative, the difficult client, the politically complicated conversation, the thing everyone around the table suddenly becomes very quiet about. And before you have fully thought about it, you hear yourself saying, I can do that. I can do it. Most of us high achieving women believe this is a capability problem. And we know we are very capable. After 15 years of doing it, I now think differently. I think it's an identity pattern, and I think many of us have been living inside for years because the project is rarely the project itself. The project is usually the proof that you are valuable, the proof that you are capable, the proof that you deserve the seat you are already sitting in. And today I want to talk about the hidden bill many successful women have been paying because once I saw it, I started seeing it everywhere. For most of my career, I was the woman who could figure it out. The complicated stakeholders, the impossible timeline, the initiative everyone else quietly avoided. I wore that identity with pride. And why wouldn't I? The world rewards women like us for it. We are dependable, we are competent, we are resourceful, we are calm under pressure. The woman who can carry more becomes incredibly valuable. And for a long time, I thought that was leadership until I started noticing a pattern. Every room seemed to have a version of the same assignment. The assignment nobody wanted, and somehow it kept ending up with me. There is something the boundaries conversation often misses because the issue isn't always that you don't know how to say no. Many intelligent women know exactly how to say no. We know how to say no. The issue is that saying yes is doing something emotionally important. For years, I told myself I accepted difficult work because I was ambitious, and part of that was true. But another part was also true. The difficult work made me feel necessary. The difficult work made me feel trusted. It made me feel chosen. It made me feel even more capable. And if we are being completely honest here, sometimes the difficult work made me feel worthy. This is the realization that changed everything for me. I thought the weight of the ask was evidence that I belonged, but it wasn't. The weight was the bill. The room wasn't saying, you belong here, you belong with us. The room was saying, can you carry this? And because I had spent years connecting contribution to my worth, I kept answering yes, not consciously. Identity rarely works consciously. And this is the hard part about it. You have heard me saying it before. Ambition is not the enemy. I love ambition. I am ambitious, and you are probably ambitious too. The enemy is the belief that your value increases every time you carry more. The belief that your usefulness determines your worth. The belief that being needed is the same thing as being respected. The belief that exhaustion is evidence you are doing something meaningful. That belief has been sold to women for generations, and many of us became extraordinarily successful by believing it. Successful, respected, accomplished, and quietly exhausted. Maybe you are in a stage in your life when you start to begin to recognize the pattern. Maybe you have become the emotional manager of your team, the fixer in your family, the woman everybody calls when something falls apart. And maybe part of you is tired. Not tired of the work itself, tired of being the container, tired of being the strongest person in every room, the one who always knows what to do, tired of carrying things nobody ever officially gave you. You know, one question I started asking myself more frequently is, what am I hoping this year will prove? Not professionally, but emotionally. What am I trying to secure? Approval, safety, worth, belonging? Because the answer is often hiding underneath the assignment itself. And I ask myself those questions when the assignment is professional, but also when the assignment is personal. And there is one distinction I want to leave you with. Being capable doesn't mean you are responsible. Let me repeat this one. Being capable doesn't mean you are responsible. I wish more women, including myself, heard that sentence earlier. Being capable does not automatically make something yours to carry. And perhaps the next step is not proving how much you can hold. Perhaps it's learning what was never yours to carry in the first place. Because carrying everything has never been the same thing as being valuable. We simply learned to confuse the two. And if that realization feels uncomfortable, you are probably standing at the edge of something important. I will see you in the next episode.